Happy Tuesday and welcome to your favorite morning show, Smell the Coffee with Diana Master and Glenora Shipura. Boy, oh boy, I'm excited to have you here. It's been a while since we've done Smell the Coffee together.
I feel robbed of something.
You feel robbed of something?
Yeah, because I think last time I saw you was last week Tuesday.
I should think so.
Yeah,
I should think so.
That's
yeah,
pretty sad.
It is. So it is a Tuesday, and today just so happens to also be the day the Met Gala is taking place in New York.
Yes. I know you were talking about this the whole morning. She's showing me like different looks.
Yeah, like from the looks that I've seen, it's safe to say, no, they're not giving.
Did they miss the mark?
They missed the mark. Okay, so the theme for this year's Met Gala was Karl Lagerfeld. He was a style fashion icon. He was, I think, he worked for Chanel for a while,
yes,
for a long time. And he did create some iconic looks and some iconic pieces. But from most of the looks that I saw this year, I mean, we will get into that in tomorrow's episode. We are going to dissect some of the looks, some of the best and some of the worst looks, I guess. But from what I've seen so far, only a few really stood out.
Yeah, there's some odd-looking outfit choices. Yes, and I'm happy that you guys are going to dissect this tomorrow with the queen of fashion.
Yeah.
But I saw some stuff and I'm like, what's going on here? I could have worn this to church.
I know who exactly you're talking about, and I don't like that. I don't like how I know exactly who you're talking about. But also, speaking of fashion, right? My sister and I were talking about this yesterday. Like, some of these fashion pieces that we see on the runway, it's like, okay, because we're talking about it. Like, imagine you get invited to like a Chanel fashion show, right? And you're front row and you're seeing some of these looks and you're like, what is that? You know?
Yeah.
But the thing is, everyone's like, oh my goodness, it's so high fashion, it's so on Vogue, it's so what? And I feel like we live in a world where now you can't really come out and be like, you know what? No, that's an ugly looking dress. Exactly. I will never wear that.
Just because it's a big designer who did the dress or the outfit doesn't necessarily mean it's always a hit.
Exactly. Most of the times, most of these looks that we've seen on the runway, I've seen them, I'm like, I would never wear this anywhere. But you wear it on the red carpet.
Fashionable, sweetie, to pull it off.
You know,
that's the attitude they give.
They give that, and also I actually had a designer dress me up one day for one of my premieres, and the look was not giving. And he was like, no, but darling, it's very Vogue and what?
It's high fashion. Like, it's, yeah. No.
I know it's probably high fashion to you, but I don't like how I feel in this. I don't like how I look in this. So it's a no. And then I opted for something else. And turns out I was like the best dressed of the night.
Yes, and I think that's what fashion essentially is. What am I comfortable in?
Yeah.
Do I feel confident and pretty in this dress, or is it just because a big designer dressed me up in this outfit?
Exactly.
And I like that you went for what felt right to you, not what was, this is the trendy outfit that you should
exactly, because even if it's trendy, sometimes some of these trendy pieces, I'm sorry to say, they are ugly. I'm sorry to say this, but they're ugly. Like, let's call a spade a spade.
Yes.
But people can't really be like, oh my goodness, it was ugly, because everyone is scared of getting cancelled, and everyone is like, no, you're so out of touch with the fashion world. No, it's ugly. But we will be back with our top stories right after the break.
Welcome to What's Cooking, where culinary passion meets expert insights.
Somebody must really want to cook and want to cook good food.
Immerse yourself in the bustling world of professional kitchens as top chefs create mouthwatering dishes. Join us for in-depth interviews as our host explores the experiences and expertise of our guest chefs. Don't miss out. Tune in to What's Cooking on NTV every Friday at 2100 hours and let the culinary adventure begin.
Starting off our news this morning, defendant jumps out of courthouse window and vanishes into the mangroves. A bizarre case is animating the population of Chinde town in Zambezia, Integrity magazine reports. On Tuesday, April 24th, a defendant accused of attempted murder after stabbing a friend of his over a debt fled from the judicial court of the district of Chinde, situated on the premises of the district administration. According to eyewitnesses, Lionel was about to be tried when he jumped out of the window and fled just minutes before the judge was to enter the courtroom. 6 agents of the police of the Republic of Mozambique gave chase, but the fugitive, despite being shot at several times, did not surrender and disappeared into the nearby mangroves, remaining so far at liberty. Some local sources, meanwhile, hint at the connivance of the police authorities in the escape, noting that the defendant's family reportedly includes influential members of the Chinde district government. According to these sources, the whole escape remains a mystery, with the police authorities so far unable to offer any explanation for what happened.
My man was like, as soon as I get an opportunity,
I'm out.
I'm out.
I'm out.
Yes.
You know, but it just goes to show that some of these problems we bring upon ourselves. Why wait to be tried when you can just jump out the window?
Exactly. Like sit through a whole court case.
Sit through a whole court case.
That's going to run for months.
Have these people paint you as something that you are not and you didn't do. I can't deal with that negativity, so you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to jump out the window. Boom, wham, bam, thank you, man.
I know what he did is wrong, but mad respect, man. Like, nobody expects that.
No, I mean, he definitely flipped the switch, you know. That's like a big plot twist.
Yes.
But I also have so many questions because, first of all, what? Like, I can't fathom. Like, I can't process what happened.
How did... Yeah, I'm also like, so he climbs up the wall, he gets through the... How did it happen? Like, the whole... I want to see the court, how it looks. And how he could escape, you know?
Exactly, because also, don't you have police officers in the courtroom?
Yeah, you do.
So you're telling me that all of these police officers, no one saw this man swiftly get up and jump out the window? Because you can't tell me that the window is like right here where you just step out and whoop, you're out.
Okay, but depending on what kind of a case it was it a criminal case?
Yeah, it was a criminal case. He was being accused, he was about to be tried for attempted murder. Because he stabbed his friend.
That's actually very big. I'm shocked that they didn't have a lot of security in the courtroom itself.
Exactly.
But I know that in a court, there's usually one
police officer,
and that's just for like civil cases.
Oh, okay.
And I've been through that, so I know about that. But I would think for criminal cases, you can't have 1 or 2 police officers.
And out of the 6 men that chased him and shot at him, he still escaped.
He was like, freedom, I'm coming for you.
My guy was like, freedom, I can taste you, I'm coming for you.
He was like, catch me if you can.
No,
I dare
guys.
you. The fact that they shot at him and he still got away.
Yeah, he still got away. He was like, nope. You see, it just goes to show that some of these problems, you choose to stay in those problems. Someone was like, if you're poor, just be rich. You know, simple solutions.
You can decide this.
Like simple
it's a choice.
It's a choice.
You're being indecisive right now. Why are you not wealthy? Like
exactly.
Why are you not a billionaire?
Exactly.
You can just decide.
Just be rich.
Just like you can decide, no, I'm done with this court case.
This court case.
Yes, I'm just gonna jump out of the window. See ya. Well, getting into our next story, I know we were making fun of me because I wasn't sure I could pronounce her surname correctly.
Okay.
Tiwa Savage. Is it correct?
Yeah, Tiwa Savage. Yeah.
Is to perform at King Charles III coronation. Now, popular Nigerian singer Tiwa Savage will perform at the historical coronation of the British monarch King Charles III. Now, King Charles III, built to ascend the throne following the passing of his mother, Queen Elizabeth II, last year, will be coronated alongside Queen Consort Camilla on Saturday, May 6, 2023. Now, the coronation concert and big launch will take place on Sunday, May the 7th, 2023. Now, Tiwa Savage will join celebrities such as Steve Winwood, DJ Pete Tong, Lang Lang, and Lucy, Paloma Faith, and Ollie Murs to thrill guests at the coronation concert, according to the Telegraph UK. She's also going to be the only Nigerian to perform, but not the only African.
Oh, I see. So, from the list that you mentioned,
do you know anyone there?
I only know Paloma Faith, and I only know Ollie. I also know Ollie Murs.
Yes.
And of course Tiwa Savage.
Yes, exactly.
So just a brief recap, right? How they came to this lineup. most people that were approached to perform at the coronation turned down the offer. I'm talking Adele, I'm talking Ed Sheeran, Dua Lipa. Most of these people that were approached to perform turned down the offer.
I want to know why. I just want to get into this.
I also want to know why. Most people are saying, oh no, schedule clashes, I'm on tour, so I just, you know, I really love to, but I'm on tour. Oh darn, you know.
I wish I could.
I wish I could, but unfortunately my schedule, you know, this tour it's been planned years in advance, so I can't cancel the tour. Other people just legit said no. Just no.
I'm not doing this.
I'm not doing this.
Not me at your coronation.
Not me at
not
your
being
coronation.
seen. They're like, no, I can't do this to my reputation. I'm sorry.
But
it's so funny.
But that says a lot about you as a person, because imagine people turning down an offer to perform at your coronation. Because I would think, right, for him, it's like a, you know what, Glenn?
Yeah.
It's an honor.
Yes.
For you to perform at my coronation. And you're there like, no, actually, no. It's like, wait, what? What?
Yeah.
There's a glitch in the matrix. Wait, what?
This is gonna do damage to my reputation. Okay, so stop it.
Like, it's like, what? It's kind of like how Rihanna sent Donald Trump a cease and desist so that he could stop playing her songs at his rallies. Like, I mean, that is
like,
iconic.
it's not an honor for me to be associated with you. It's not. It's actually embarrassing.
But then you gotta do some self-introspection and be like, you know what? What's wrong with me? Why is everyone?
Him or just the royal family in general that's just going down in public opinion?
It could be that.
Yeah.
It could be that. But they were saying that he's not as controversial as people anticipated he would be. So he's actually a bit calm than everyone expected he would be. But anyway, moving over to Thailand, Thai political party seeks to woo voters with a pledge to legalize sex toys. A conservative Thai political party is seeking to woo voters ahead of next month's general election with a pledge to legalize sex toys, pointing to the fiscal and frisky benefits. Despite its reputation for being one of Southeast Asia's most sexually liberated countries, Buddhist majority Thailand remains conservative, and vibrators, dildos, and other intimate devices are illegal. The Royalist Democrat Party has been a major player in Thai politics since the 1940s, but it flopped in the 2019 election and is sagging in the polls for the May 14 vote. So, they said sex toys are useful because they could lead to a decrease in prostitution as well as divorce due to a mismatch of sexual libido and sex-related crimes, Party Representative Rachada Thanadirek said in a statement on Monday. She said the government was also missing an opportunity to collect tax on the legal import of erotic stimulators. While sex toys are considered immoral in some quarters in Thailand, many still flown to the kingdom illegally from overseas, the party said.
Wow.
Right?
Wow, okay.
Like,
Let's
yeah,
just
man.
get right into that.
Like, let's just,
you know, like, it's a normal Tuesday.
It's just a normal Tuesday. But it's the fact that they're using this to get voters. And I think it's going to work. I genuinely think it's going to work. They're going to definitely get more female voters.
I wanted to say.
They're definitely going to get more female voters. I think men will be more opposed to it, but I definitely think the female voters are all for it.
But when I was in Europe, everybody, weirdly enough, just goes to sex shops and buys. Like, whether it's, you would think it's mainly, the customers are mainly females, but trust me, everybody
is there.
Goes there.
Everybody is there. So I think they could definitely get more voters using this card. It's the fact that, I don't know, the way they're saying everything, like, but listen, it will do this. It will decrease prostitution. It sounds like a man trying to convince you to do something bad. It's my problem.
It's not that bad. It's not that bad.
I promise it's not that bad.
Yes.
Like, just listen to me, right? If it's giving very much a manipulative man.
But a tactic is a tactic, man.
Tactic is tactic.
Yes, you gotta give it props.
You gotta give them props but I do understand where they're coming from. I mean, everyone has freedom of expression. Because also, we were talking about this with Anna the other time and saying, We don't understand why they're so against dildos and sexual toys, because at the end of the day, you're using it in your house. But
Exactly.
anyway, that's another story for
Exactly. We
another
don't want
day.
to get into that. Now, getting into another story that I know you and Yolanda did last week.
AI.
Yes. Now, the godfather, Geoffrey Hinton, so the godfather of AI, Geoffrey Hinton, warns of the dangers as he quits Google. A man widely seen as the godfather of artificial intelligence has quit his job, warning about the growing dangers from developments in the field. Now, he said, we are biological systems and these are digital systems. And the big difference is that with digital systems, you have many copies of the same set of weights, the same model of the world. Now, and all these copies can learn separately but share their knowledge instantly. So it's as if you had 10,000 people, and whenever one person learns something, everybody automatically knew it. And that's how these chatbots can know so much more than any one person.
He knows what he did. He is guilty. That's a guilty man right there. He knows exactly what he did. I've always been saying AI. I am so against AI.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, oh, AI is not that bad. It's bad.
And he said this to the New York Times, and you should see, like, he was trying to like gloze over it. Like, no, this is not the only reason why I'm quitting. I'm just saying Google is very responsible with it, and the only reason it's because of also his age apparently, but he just sees the dangers that it might have, but it's not. Yes, exactly. So he's also playing like the.
I'm telling you, that man knows exactly what he did. I would not be surprised 5 years from now. Let me tell you what's going to happen.
Yeah.
I'm such a conspiracy theorist. This man is going to go lock himself up in a basement, and then 3 years later, all of us are going to be suffering at the hands of AI, and he's going to be hiding in his basement because he knows exactly what he did. I'm telling you. Mark my words. And I pray for the sake of all humanity that I am wrong.
Yes,
but I think this man definitely knows more than he's letting on. He's seen what AI can do. I feel like he has experimented with it. And I feel like somewhat, there's an AI chatbot running loose, and that's going to come get all of us.
Come get all of us, yeah.
But anyway, I'm not going to get into this. It's a good day. It's a good day. We are going to be talking about Fix It Namibia, which is a new initiative to make sure we all take part in making Namibia beautiful. We caught up with the team and spoke about their projects, which is painting the bus shelters. Let's take a look.
Welcome to My.NA Cars, your ultimate destination for everything automotive.
I am your host, Diana Master. Teamwork makes the dream work, right?
Discover the latest models, innovative technologies, and expert insights from our passionate hosts. Learn essential maintenance tips and get exclusive behind-the-scenes access to the automotive industry. Don't miss My.NA Cars on NTV every Thursday at 2100 hours. Tune in and ignite your passion for automobiles.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am joined with Katstal and Wynand Lens. Thank you so much for your time. And we are in a bus shelter. It is newly painted. I'm so excited. This is amazing. Tell us what you do when you decided to paint these bus stops in Windhoek.
Well, it all started about 2 years ago when we drove by this very ugly substation, and we had friends who complained about how ugly it looks, and we also always thought, oh, somebody should do something about it one day.
And it's been like that for years. It was there like more than a decade that it looked like that, and it was tagged, and it was decrepit, and I remember thinking, somebody should do something about it, you know. And then being cut, of course, said, well, then that somebody will have to be us, and
the someday has to be today.
yeah, it's going to be this weekend. So we got together, we'd bought a bunch of paints, we'd had a design out, and we started painting it.
Right away.
Right
So
away.
within about 24 hours, the idea and the completion of our first step, we thought it was completed, was finished. But then people came, oh, can you not also do the other side and this side? And then what about other bus stops or like other substations? And so we didn't do anything for a while, but then this year we decided, okay, let's do something again. And we did a bus stop, and we made a little video about it, and we sent it to our friends and family, but his mom decided to put it up on Facebook.
Yeah.
And then it went viral.
Yes, because I used it in my news channel and on my breakfast show because I loved it.
You can't say viral anymore after COVID.
No.
No, it's just
The good kind of viral.
Popular.
And that means after that, we had so many people who said, when are you doing the next one? When are you doing the next one? But since we were always just doing this out of charity and out of our own time, our own money, and we're like, we don't know. This was just kind of our thing to do once, but apparently we're continuing this.
Did you have any struggle with the city of Windhoek to get approval to do this project?
Well, we first started off with the idea that, well, it has to get done, considering that not everybody agrees on what is beautiful, but everybody agrees on what is ugly. So we saw these places, and we knew it was an eyesore for everybody that goes by it, and we wanted to at least do something better. All right. So we always made sure that we had a big can of white paint that we had, and if City of Windhoek or anybody in official capacity would complain, we could just paint it over. All right. And so we did that. We did have police stop, and we were worried that this was the moment that it's going to happen, but they just said it looks nice.
We were just stopping at the bus stop because they were chasing somebody else, and we only got it. Looks nice.
Yeah. And City of Windhoek got in contact with us, and they have now eventually given us approval to paint the bus stops with. You know, there are certain caveats that goes in there, of course. Like, we can't just paint whatever we want, and that makes sense. We don't want to paint anything vulgar. We want to make it prettier.
This is also why we said we are sticking to the nature theme. We started with that because we said we don't want to raise any conflict or political questions or any racial questions, anything. You know, we don't want to
don't want to disturb. We want to beautify.
Yeah. And so we said we can all agree on Namibia's nature is beautiful, and that's the only thing that we want to say. And we want to, as Sven said, we don't want to make perfect, but we want to make better and beautiful. So this is why we also didn't fix up anything completely. So we took bus stops that were halfway bent in. We're like, no, we're leaving it like this because we can't paint, we can't weld. So this is our thing to also get out the message. Everybody can do something. You don't always have to get stuck on making everything perfect and do everything, because then you're stalling and you're not doing anything at the end.
And for the Tourism Expo for 2023, under the theme Beyond Borders, you beautified this bus shelter. Tell us about your thought process, because there's animals that's not known to be Namibian animals, and at the back there are places that's not Namibian, where Namibian animals can be seen.
Exactly.
Well, the theme is Beyond Borders, and so we love drawing Namibian animals, but this gave us the opportunity to draw animals from different places around the world. So in order to it was really nice while we were painting this, right? So we drew Beyond Borders at the bottom here quite early on, and then a friend of mine would come and say, like, why is there an orangutan in this Namibian landscape? And I could just point to this sign that says Beyond Borders, and it's like, okay. And it happened a couple of times, and then eventually, you know, people do get it. So.
kapana spice. So today we have the Turkish flatbread with the kapana boerewors, champion boerewors. Then we have our salsa here. Some more kapana spice. Just like that. And then we have our coriander to top it. There we go. And on a plate, and it's served just like that. Thank you so much.
Well, that was a tourism expo wrapped up in less than a minute. And now we've come to the end of yet another exciting episode of Smell the Coffee, but we will be back tomorrow, same time, same place. On that note, it's all our love, all our light, and adios.